me see everybody do this. Hey, let's go. Snap your fingers, do your step. You can do it all by yourself. Let me see you do it. Let me see. You can do it all by yourself. Let me see you do it. Snap your fingers, then rock with it. Do it, do it, do it, do it. Go drop with it. Do a step with it. Put your hips with it. All my ladies, let me see you put it.
It's the NFL on EA Sports, and we're on the road to the Super Bowl. Up next, a contest that keeps things all in the NFC between the Arizona Cardinals and the New York Giants. The moment these NFC teams have waited for all season long. We're away in Wild Card Weekend. And this will be a touchback, so we're going to need our first snap to see the first action of this game. All right, let's get this show on the road. It is 1st and 10.
Ready to go! Yeah. Purple.
Running for the first time with the Louisville Cardinal. It's a New York touchdown! The Giants take a 6-0 lead right away. No doubt about it, Brock. They are trying to take him out of this game from the start. And a touchdown on the opening drive, that's a good way to do it.
Yeah, this is one of those situations, Kate, where you and I up here in this booth, we can hear it and we can feel it. This crowd senses an opportunity to dig those opponents an early hole that before long might become the grave their season rests in if they don't respond.
That one right down the middle. And the Giants will jump out to a 7-0 lead. Set now for the kickoff. Ryland with the honors. Return coming from the 6. A decent run back is going to end as they bring him down inside the 30. Cardinals into formation. It's 1st and 10. On the ground, this is Trey Benson. There's the intensity we expect in the playoffs. Defense going big play hunting, and they get him behind the line. And it's not just some quarterbacks, Brock, who've got to have short memories. You tell me these two defenses need them sometime as well.
Yeah, 100%. You give up a big run, well, too bad. No time to dwell on it because you got to line up, buckle up that chin strap, and try to knock them backwards.
First play of the drive, lost a yard. Need to get it back and some change here. 2nd down. Shotgun snap, looking to throw. Throw is there, Trey McBride. And they're going to bring him down just a moment before he's able to break it across midfield. They get 20 yards out of the play and move the chains. I'm not going to call this a must-score drive here in this first quarter, Brock, but when your opponents start the game with 6, it feels like you need some sort of answer.
You need a response, right? You need a response. You don't need all these home runs or big highlights. You just need to keep matriculating that ball down the field.
And this one does not go far. Looking now from the gun. Snared by the running back. Here's Trey Benson. And they get there to take him down right around the 41. A 9-yard gain and good for a first down.
It sure seemed like he knew exactly where he was going with that right off the snap.
First down from the 41. Still sticking with the passing game. Going all the way to the end zone here. And he scores. That's an Arizona touchdown. The Cardinals finish off their opening drive. Marvin Harrison Jr. with the touchdown. Chris Boswell for the point after. Right down the middle. It's good. And the Cardinals respond with 7 of their own to tie it here early. Now after tying this game up, they're all set to send her away. And that one flies right on past the end zone. Did not make an effort to even hit the landing zone, Bronx, so they're going to gift him a drive starting at the 35. Good starting field position for the Giants as they head up 1st and 10.
Here we go. We got Cash, yes. Vegas.
Blown back in the backfield, and he gets the handoff. Nothing doing here as he only manages the arm.
I don't think that's the amount that they were looking for there, Kate. Going to lead to some shuffling around here in the playbook. Find a more aggressive call on second.
Last run only gained a yard. That means it's 2nd and 9.
Punch stars. Yes.
On play action, Williams. Into the hands of Garrett Wilson. And the stop is made just before he's able to reach that midfield strike. Pickup of 12 on that play. And the Giants are going to have the first down.
Vegas. What is it? Hold on. Punch stars. Yes. Cover.
Out of the gun, here's Williams. Has a man on target to Johnson. And he's going to be down to within a yard of that red zone as the stop is made. So a gain of 30 yards on that play. And it's good for a New York first down.
You throw it in the middle of the field, it's all about anticipation and accuracy. I mean, those are the two keys all the time in my book, Kate. But when you throw it in the middle of the field with all of the traffic, that's where guys with great anticipation and that tremendous accuracy come to life.
Williams to throw on first. He did well on that play, but might have had some early help. We've got a flag down. A game they were pretty happy with goes away via the penalty. And now we're going to wait to see how they respond. Double the distance to go after that holding call. It's now 1st and 20. They'll run here following the penalty. And they make the tackle at the 28-yard line. It's a gain of 3, but that still leaves them with 2nd and 17.
Okay, that's a run that's ho-hum on the stat sheet, but if you see a bigger play on the ground later on, it'll largely be because of a play just like that one, softening up the front and opening the door for a bigger gap in the future.
Back to the line they come, 2nd down.
Ready, truck. Vegas. Punch stars. Yes. Cover.
Williams from the gun. And there's a man there. It's intercepted. And the Cardinals get it back with a nice return to boot down inside the 30.
You know, I can still hear the call all the way up in the booth. Okie! That's what that That whole defense screams after an interception, and you see everybody getting involved. That nearly went for a house call. Just an incredible effort by that offense to run it down. But even with that, they would make that Okie any day. What a huge hit in return for that defense. Textbook hitch route. Just hit him in the short field and deliver it once that defense turns their attention elsewhere. Okay, this is a low-ceiling play, but a reliable source of yardage.
He's going to throw this one. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete. Working across the middle, Brock, it is tough for anybody to make plays through all that mess, even when you're the biggest and baddest pass catcher on the roster.
But as a tight end, you're going to be disappointed because that's what you're paid to do. It's one thing for those undersized receivers you talk about. It's another one for these big tight ends. You are paid to make that catch through contact, and he couldn't do it.
Last pass unsuccessful. Let's see what they do on third down. Throw here, third down. Toward the sideline, and it's intercepted! And the Giants have it with 99 yards to go. They're at the 1.
Their first pick of the game comes in an awfully big moment. Really just cancels out all the great work your defense did to give you that ball.
New York to the line. 1st and 10. Plowing up the middle. They bring him down, but not before he picks up 7, Brock, to begin this drive. Call it 7 yards, and now they'll have 2nd down and 3.
7-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 3 at the 8-yard line.
1 quarter gone in our opening round game of the NFC postseason. Both teams neck and neck so far. We'll get back to East Rutherford after this. Welcome back. We'll begin this 2nd quarter with the Giants in possession. They are facing 2nd down deep on their own end. Here's the lone back on the handoff. And they bring him down here at about the 13-yard line. Give him 5 on the play. And the Giants are going to have the 1st down.
Well, looky here. You don't even have to worry now about a 3rd down call as that run moves the sticks. Now that call you had ready, though, you can recycle it. Save it for later for that next 3rd down coming.
A little more space to work with now. 1st down from the 13. Williams with a quick pass out wide. And they'll get there and stop him at the line.
And the defense was all over that throw, able to stop it right at the line. They could smell that one coming, and they sniffed it out in a hurry.
2nd and 10. Need something positive here. Working from the gun, Williams escapes the pocket. The right side, cut by Wilson. And he reaches the 17-yard line as he's hauled down.
Timing on routes change when you leave the pocket. It really does become, well, the schoolyard. And you got to scramble around. What a great adjustment to still deliver a clean ball.
Third and 6 for them to figure out now. So with that play clock winding down, we're going to get a timeout. And they'll have 2 left to work with here in the 1st half. They come to the line here, and this is 3rd and 6.
Here we go, Pippen!
They'll throw, 3rd and long. Just got it away before the hit, but it doesn't matter. It's incomplete. 4th down coming up.
That is just a nice stretch of some reps there defensively. Really one of the areas when you watch college games to the NFL game that there is a vast difference. That's the tightness of coverage. These windows of opportunity are small, and they could not find a completion.
And he gets his guys a few yards before they bring him down on the return.
1st and 10 at their own 47-yard line.
Pretty good field position here for the Cardinals as they get ready. 1st and 10. And off to Benson to start the drive. Rocked by the first guy he met. No gain on that 1st down run.
So close to a big loss of yards for those guys up front. 1 second sooner, and a tackle behind the line. But a stop to celebrate nonetheless.
Well, nothing doing on the last run. It's 2nd and 10.
Ready.
Go right side, and McBride has it. And this is through the midfield stripe and onto the Giants side of the field.
Quarterbacks will look for their tight ends short in just about any situation. They take away the deeper options. Well, there's their consistent source of positive yardage, the trusty tight end.
Okay, ready.
Giants into the nickel. 3rd down.
Ready.
Shotgun snap. They'll throw. Into a crowd. Oh, intercepted. Jordan Brooks comes up with it. And the Giants get the football back across midfield before going down inside the 45-yard line on the return. So not only is he unable to learn from the mistake on the previous drive, Brock, defense actually forces him into another mistake on the very next drive.
You know what? I'm actually looking at this on the positive because there's nothing nice to say about the quarterback playing those decisions. But this defense doesn't just settle for the 1 interception. Nope. They smell some blood in the water, and they're going after it.
Ready, sit up. Yes. Tempo.
1st down, Williams. Finds him on the crossing route. And he gets down to the 24 before he stopped. So 20 yards on that play. And it's good for a New York 1st down.
You know, Kate, you'll find teams go to this crossing route concept sometimes a dozen times a game. A lot of times it's for shorter yardage, but sometimes things break in the right coverage for a much bigger impact play, just like that.
So a new set of downs. Here we go, 1st and 10.
Ready, sit up. There's Butler.
Out of the gun, they'll give it to him inside. And he works his way for a gain of 4.
He'll expect more from himself on those type of plays, but there is nobody that's going to complain about that one. If you can do math, 4 plus 4 plus 4 equals a 1st down.
Quite a defensive battle, Brock, that we have got so far as we've reached our 2-minute warning. Stick around. More from MetLife Stadium on the other side. Second and 6 coming up here.
Yes. Ready, sit up. Vegas. Punch first.
Williams will look to throw. Has him on the quick hitter. And he goes out approaching that 10-yard line. That play goes for 8 yards, and it keeps these drive moving.
Nice to see that connection, that chemistry working between the two of them.
All right, they look set now. Here we go, 1st and 10.
Ready, sit up. Yes.
Blown back, gets the handoff. He loses the football. And it looks like the offense got that one back. Yes, they did. They pounce on it inside the 10. Solid 4-yard gain there, and now they've got 2nd and 6 coming up. Ooh, let's give him a second there. Give him a sec. I'm going to imagine his heart's probably going, what, 150, 160 beats per minute right now, Brock, after nearly losing that fumble.
Yep, and it wasn't just a ball he dropped there. It was at least 3 points, too. But fortunately, that ball stays with him in the red zone. And now I'm really curious. It's one of those moments, Kate. Will they put the ball back in his hands, trust him again to hold on to it, and maybe go get that touchdown you know he so badly wants?
They were ready for him. They won that battle on the ground. This is backed up to the 9.
He was taken down.
Ooh, talk about a bad look there, Brock. Going jumbo set and still moving backwards after that play.
I don't think you're talking to this defense, Kate, because I think they thought that was an excellent look to knock that thing backwards.
Yeah, good point, good point. Let's see what they draw up on a 3rd and 7.
Vegas, Vegas!
Williams set to pass. Forced out to his right. And even on 3rd down, he sees no choice other than to get rid of it. Not the play they wanted. It's going to be 4th down. Field goal attempt coming here from Chad Ryland. This only a chip shot from the right hash. The kick by Ryland is good. And that's going to break our tie and give them a 3-point advantage.
Well, I know once that drive stalls out, that's where it really pays to have that reliable kicker on the sideline ready to bail you out. And he knocks that one right through to give him the lead.
All set now for the kickoff. Ryland with the honors. Here's a return from the 7. And he's brought down just beyond that 25-yard line. Just over 30 seconds left in the half as they come to the line. Back to work after throwing the pick. Chased out to his right. Chucks this one deep down the right sideline. Deep sideline shot is caught, and he gets out to stop the clock. It's a huge pickup on the play. And it's going to give the Cardinals a 1st down.
One thing we don't have in football is we don't have that radar gun. But if we did, Kate, this is the kind of throw, when you throw it that deep outside the numbers, that requires a serious fastball, serious arm strength, and he just showed it off.
Wilson's got it. And he's going to be driven out, but a nice pickup. Gained about 8, 2nd down.
Hey, you like these results on first. That completion right there, right in the window where all options are now available to you on 2nd down. That playbook wide open.
Ready, set.
Just a yard left to go on 2nd down.
70, 18, tied in.
Back now, pressure coming. Buys time, rolling right. And he carries it in for the touchdown. The Cardinals take the lead just before halftime.
What a great moment to celebrate and possibly educate this rookie as well, Kate. That's just tremendous effort. He shows off the speed that he has. But they'll go look at those tablets. They'll figure out if there was somewhere to throw it. But he showed you right there when there's not, well, this kid can run.
Boswell gets that point after to go. And the Cardinals take a 4-point lead. Boswell on to send this away. So it goes for a touchback. Let's see what they decide to do with the time they've got remaining here.
35-yard line.
1st and 10 now with all of 15 seconds left to utilize in this half.
Ready, set. Punch, stop, yes, yes, yes. Level, pass, yes, 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 yes.
To throw, Williams. Will put everything he's got behind it. It's another first half mistake. He's intercepted again. Jalen Thompson makes the play.
That's now 2, Kate, that they've gotten him for picks in this game, and he's got to be careful, right? You've got to protect the football. It is the greatest treasure you have as an offense. And this defense, well, they've got 2 in their pocket, and you know they're going to be going after number 3.
They've got 1st and 10, Brock, but time for maybe 2 plays at most if they even want to try anything. Looking to throw. And that's incomplete, and it also stops the clock with just 5 seconds left.
That is a DB's best friend, pressure. That pressure earned that incompletion. They came in before he could find a target and hit him to alter that last-second attempt to get rid of it.
2nd down, still 10 to go after that incomplete pass. Not taking any risks here, keeping this one on the ground. That's halftime of this contest. We'll join both teams in taking a short break. More of the NFL on EA Sports in just a moment.
Chad Ryland to kick off.
All right, Brock, that was enough of a break. Back to playoff football as the second half of our wild card game gets underway. His return starts at the 5. Showing a little burst so far. Coverage team tracking him down as he reaches the 35.
Oh, there's no question about it, Kate. That just infuses everybody. A little more bounce in your step now, both in and out of the huddle. And you want to pay off your special teams that sets you up for success.
Okay,
The Cardinals with some nice field position to start off this drive. 1st and 10 coming up.
ready.
3rd quarter underway. Here's Benson. Powering his way forward a bit. Give him about 6 there to begin this drive.
That is just a great drive starter. What every offense wants. Gives you a little bit of energy, a little juice, and now a really manageable 2nd down.
7 yards on that last play, so this is 2nd and 3.
Cowboy 80.
Benson once more. And he's all the way across midfield, down inside that 45-yard line. He finds him 16 yards and a new set of downs.
What a great sign to start the 2nd half for this offense, because with a lead, well, the ground game becomes your best friend, the centerpiece for this offense, trying to chew up that clock.
To the left side and reeled it. Caught off a tackle, but he lost the football. Unfortunately, the Cardinals made it to that one first. They'll maintain possession. Almost the impact play this defense was searching for, but they could only get half the job done, partner. Fumble forced, but they couldn't recover.
I'll tell you what else it forces, though. That coordinator, that play caller on the other side, now got a little bit of doubt about his ball handlers. Got to have better ball security than that.
And this is headed the wrong way. They're going to lose yards here, and it's going to bring up 3rd down. Their dominance against his ground game rolls on, Brock. Add another stop to what's going to be some real nice film for them to watch.
How many times do you think in your lifetime, Kate, you've heard from a defensive coordinator, job number 1 is?
Stop the run.
And they've been doing it.
6 yards to go here. It's 3rd down.
Come on. Set. Gravity lying.
To the air on 3rd and long. That one's cut along the left sideline. And they're going to get just inside that red zone on the big play down to the 19. Big gainer here as he picks up 20. And it's good enough for an Arizona 1st down.
Tag. 19 Tiger.
Working inside the red zone. Finds Benson out of the backfield. And they get him right at the line of scrimmage.
He specializes in salvaging broken plays out of the backfield, but even he couldn't get anything out of that one, Kate. That defense, they were all over it.
2nd and 10. Need to get some positive yardage here.
Here we go. 60 Maverick. 18 Cardinal. Ready.
Throwing from the gun. Throws caught. Touchdown, Arizona. The Cardinals grow the lead coming out of halftime. Trey McBride, the touchdown. Boswell to add the PAT. Extra point set right down the middle. And the Cardinals drive their lead to 11.
Giants 10. Chris Boswell.
Now Boswell on to send this away. Starting from the 5. And in the end, he's able to get it to what used to be a touchback. It's at the 25-yard line.
Their own 25-yard line.
First call here coming from the shotgun.
What pass? Yes. Left punt. Yes. 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 Cover. Cover. Vegas. Vegas.
Here's Williams. Short pass brought in. And he'll get it out to the 34 before he's tracked down.
Theo Johnson.
And dose of the hurry up here.
It's a gain of 9. Brings up second and a yard. At the 30.
Out of the gun, here's Williams. Finding Johnson once more. And he's going to bring it up to the 40-yard line before he's stopped. Offense is set. First and 10.
And the Giants first down.
Out of the shotgun, they'll give it to him inside. And he's not going to be happy picking himself back up after this. They're sent backwards on first down.
By Josh Sweat.
Not sure if it was a missed assignment on the line, a dominant play on his part, maybe a little bit of both, Kate, but look at those dudes down there defensively. Man, they are fired up after that stick behind the line.
Yes. Yes. What is up? Punch,
Williams to throw. Complete to Diggs out left. And he's brought down after a short gain.
Well, that's a modest little drag route, but if you ever just need a safe short gain on a throw, that's a go-to route to target.
6 defensive backs out there. Cardinals going dime here, third down.
What is up?
Here he goes, third and long. It's on target to Johnson. They'll pick up 14 yards on that one. And the Giants are going to have the first down.
I'm not sure how this defense let that guy slip through him like that. On third down, nonetheless, he took that snap as an opportunity. Man, did he make an impact play.
Williams on the play action. He beams one deep right side. And that's incomplete. Wanted to dial up the aggressiveness there like that, but couldn't connect. Second down.
He's really starting to just about exhaust every option and trick he's got at his disposal. That time, trying to test him outside the pocket, extend the play, there was just nowhere to go with it.
Chance here for one final play before the end of the quarter.
Yeah. What is it? Hold on. Quiet. Vegas. Yes. Punch Spurs. Yes. Cover.
Second and 10 now. Williams escapes the pocket. He's going to be forced to throw this one away. That takes us, Brock, to the end of our third quarter. We're down to one quarter before we determine our wild card winner. The Giants have the ball, and they have work to do to save their playoff run. So after that prior incompletion, we've got third down.
Vegas. What is it? Hold on.
Third and long for him here. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. It arrived as the ball did to break things up. And they're going to be stuck with a fourth and long.
Well, that took some force right there. That took some serious defensive effort to force the incompletion. You're not going to see a lot of guys ever let go of a football when they got a first down right in their midst. That force, that contact, separated man from ball.
They're going to go for it here, trailing in the fourth.
Yes. Tempo. Vegas.
Play clock getting close to 0. We get a timeout. May still have 2 to work with in this final quarter. Down in the fourth, offense staying out there for this.
Vegas. Yes.
Desperation time here. And they don't get the catch they need there. Their hand was forced, Brock. Had to try and go for it, but they turn it over on downs.
I think every analytics book out there, Kate, said you got to go for it. You're in 4-down territory, down a couple scores here in the fourth. But now it's all about the defense. Can the defense come with a quick turnover or a stop to somehow, some way, spark a comeback?
Benson on 1st and 10. And a couple of teammates combining there for the stop after just 1 yard.
This offense is now left with some ground to make up a little bit here on 2nd down. After that drive starts, the very minimal gain.
Last run, not a lot of help, Brock. 9 to go now on 2nd down. Now looking to throw. Defense is there, and he's going down. For the moment, we've got a sack. We do, though, have a flag to sort out first before we can lock that in. Now that play went for negative yards anyway, so no need for them to accept that penalty. Let's see what they went with. 3rd down. Shotgun snap, looking to throw. And that's a win for the pass rush. Hit as he threw it, leads to the incompletion. 4th down coming up.
You never, ever miss an offense like 3 and outs, Kate, but you really don't like them on 3rd down when you throw into tight coverage like that. Got to manufacture a better look.
Brings it in at the 12. Before that return amounts to much, they bring him down. All right, working from the gun to start. 1st and 10.
What is up?
To throw is Williams. Jump off caught by his back. And not much doing. He stopped quickly.
Dude, I don't know why every once in a while I get these little flashbacks, but a little play like that just flashes me back to the preseason, my first preseason. And one of the veteran QBs said, hey, Brock, whatever you do, just find completions. You will never go broke taking a profit. Go get a completion. They're at a premium in this league.
Working from the gun, Williams. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete.
Okay, this quarterback gets out of the pocket, genuinely a coin toss whether he's going to keep it with his legs or put it in the air. Sigh of relief there defensively as that ball falls incomplete.
No connection on the last play, and out 3rd down. Air it out on 3rd. Complete beyond the marker. And he is stopped with authority there, but that stop came later than they'd like as he gets a good bit and that 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 38-yard line.
Vegas. Yes. Punchword.
Here's Williams again. On the move, headed right. Moving right, airs it out down the sideline. It is caught at the 20. And this gets the whole way down to the 11-yard line. Working quickly here.
51 yards to gain on the play. That's another Giants first down. First and 10 at the 11-yard line.
Yes. Vegas. Yes.
To the air yet again. Williams escapes the pocket. And this is going to be a New York touchdown. The Giants now within one score in the fourth. It's a Stephon Diggs touchdown. Exactly the play they were looking for, Brock. They saw it, and he put it right on the money.
Yep.
Well, we knew this was coming. All touchdowns are reviewed, especially late in a close game like this. So the celebration can resume on that sideline. The touchdown stands.
The Giants will line up for the two-point conversion.
Yes. Level.
Starting quarterback run here. And he's into the end zone, so the two-point try pays off. They cut the deficit to just a field goal here in the fourth. Ball is set up and it's away. Just a three-point game now. And that one bounces through the end zone for a touchback. Pretty good field position here for the Cardinals as they get ready, 1st and 10. They'll begin this drive with Benson. And they love to see him fighting forward, but he only gets them 3.
That's the kind of yardage that's not going to kill this drive on the first play, but it does put you a little bit behind schedule. Now second down becomes critical because nobody wants a 3 and out.
Last run got him 3. Here's 2nd and 7. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete. Well-timed strike by that defender to knock it free. And it's 3rd down now.
Just cannot afford right here, Kate, to go 3 and out. Not when you watched your counterpart score a touchdown. Cling to that lead and find a way to convert this 3rd down. That's a big one. And cut off some of the mojo from the other side.
Let's go now.
Back to throw it. Forced out to his right. Now he'll fire one up the middle and deep. Well, they had the look, certainly didn't shy away from it, but couldn't connect. And now they're stuck facing 4th down.
That's somebody they're going to look for if he has any space, Steve. That space, though, Kate, just disappeared between when he let that pass go and when he actually made it down the field.
Tried getting creative, but the coverage team read it all the way. This return loses yards. Giants lining things up. 1st and 10.
What is up? Get it.
Dive play straight ahead. And some excellent work to drive them all the way up past the 30-yard line. They managed 22 on the rip and a 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 34-yard line.
Mississippi to Philly, Albuquerque to Chattown. I got the crowd yelling, bring 'em out, bring 'em out. I'm a hot girl yelling, bring 'em out, bring 'em out.
Vegas. yes, yes, yes.
Williams from the gun. Hits him on the out route. He's only able to manage 1 yard. That's going to take us to the 2-minute warning.
Kate, if there was one throw in the game plan that kept me up at night more than any other, it was an out route versus zone coverage. Because you got to throw with anticipation, but you also got to make sure those defenders' eyes aren't reading you like a book.
Hey, volunteer, volunteer, volunteer. Ready to on.
Williams with a quick pass out wide. And he's tackled for a short gain.
This defense didn't give up contain there, Kate. That was an instance where more exciting plays were taken away downfield. And even looking to the tight end wasn't going to net them much.
So now here's 3rd and 5.
Touchdown. Yes, yes, yes. Cargo. Vegas. Yes.
To throw. He's got it to him yet again. That is caught. And he has it right near midfield here. Looks like about a yard short. They get an even 10 on that play. And it's good for a New York first down.
First and 10 at the 49-yard line.
Vegas.
Here he is to throw. Chased out to his right. He's going to keep it this time. And he's hit and sent out right along that line of scrimmage. So no gain on first down.
All right, we'll call that one a drop. He escapes, quarterback does. He avoids taking the sack, but he's also denied a gain of any kind.
He'll look to throw it. It's caught right side by Johnson. Oh, he's denied the first, but not by much. His play gets down to the 42-yard line. Timeout comes, and that's going to be the second for New York. 7th play of the drive now as they need a yard here on 3rd down. That could be it, folks. It's intercepted. Has room down the left sideline. And the Cardinals make the play that should win them this game.
Well, we're watching the defense not just generate turnovers, but really add to them. A return like that, think about it, that's 4 or 5 plays that you just saved your offense from as they try to make that interception, yet another one, count.
Here we go.
Into the victory formation they go, Brock, here on first down. Here's a design run.